All right, let's just call it spade for spade. This was one of the most beautiful couples. When we first saw them both, everyone really likes Devin and Virginia. I even fell for like this little love story. I think honestly, like when it came to them meeting in the pods, they were very great, but over time, like when it came downhill, they started getting a little bit out of hand. Every single time Virginia would bring up an important question, Devin would kind of avoid the question. Devin did not really want to talk about the topics that Virginia would bring up, especially when it came to politics and finances. I'm going to first start off with finances. When it came to finances, Devin was really scared. Devin was really scared to talk about finances. Every single time she talked about her places, like Devin never really complimented Virginia when it came to her place, the way how she lived and everything like that. It was just a lot of like funny business between these two, and I believe that like these two were just very like much faking it for the cameras. I mean, every single time you saw Devin and Virginia before the reunion, they didn't like, even before the weddings, they didn't really have like a lot to say. I mean, even when they got into the apartments, it was just very kumbaya. Honestly, I felt that their connection in the pods was very much great. But outside of the pods, things just got very sketchy. When she first brought up that prenup, he had a bit of a hesitation. Before he could even sign the prenup, he had to ask his whole family to sign it. His mom, make an attorney look at it, his family, his dad, just make everybody look at the prenup to go and sign it and whatever. And then on the wedding day, of course, she said no. Honestly, when it comes to how I feel about this, I honestly just kind of feel like this was just a joke, and maybe Virginia should have moved on and saw the red flags. But honestly, I think she was trying to see and like test it out. But thank God she chose herself, because even she and Devin got a wedding gift of $1,000, and it was on a check. And a few days before the wedding, I believe you had Devin's mom bring it up to Virginia, like, oh, did you get $1,000? You guys have a $1,000 check. And apparently on wedding day, Devin never brought up the $1,000 check that was supposed to be for both Virginia and Devin. And when it came to reunion, Devin's excuse was that he wanted to hold on to the money. Devin wanted to hold on to the money. He did not want anyone else. He did not want, I guess he didn't want anyone else in the family knowing about the money, but Devin wanted to hold on to the money, and he didn't want to tell Virginia, I think, until they got married, or until a few days after the wedding. But I'm just like, it's just very suspect how like you want to just hold on to the money. It doesn't make sense on how he wanted to hold on to the money for her, quote unquote, and she didn't even know about this, even at wedding day, about the check. For me, that is just very sketchy, and that just goes to show that, like, you know, Devin was going to ruin Virginia financially if they both did get married. Also, Virginia was claiming that, like, even after the wedding, like, Devin never really called Virginia. I mean, and I think and if they did call, like, their conversation kind of like turned into fights. Like, there were just no phone calls from Devin. So I think that Devin didn't really even try to keep Virginia. I think Devin wanted Virginia for his money. And then also Virginia was claiming how she's going to hide Devin's views when it comes to politics. So it's just giving that, like, Devin is a Trumper. So Virginia basically was hiding Devin's views at the reunion, but Virginia was stating her views, you know, how she supports, like, the Muslims, like, LGBTQ community, the Black community, like, she's just very diverse. She had a diverse group of people at her wedding day. So, of course, Virginia is very liberal, and I think Devin is just conservative, and like he supports Trump. He's a MAGA. And for me, that's just wow. Like, she was hiding Devin's views. And honestly, when it comes to these two, I think they were both freaking it. But honestly, Devin really is the bigger villain here. Devin is a villain here because he led Virginia on. I don't think he really loved Virginia for who she was. I think when he found out that, like, you know, Virginia could help pay off his student loans, that's when he started smiling, you know. And when Virginia said no at the altar, you know, that's when things took a turn. Also, Devin also fake cried at the wedding. I mean, it was just a lot going on. Like, he was just fake crying at the wedding. I didn't understand that. But Yeah, no, I honestly was just not, I was not buying any of this. This was just foolishness. I mean, them arguing at the wedding was kind of insane to me. Also, Virginia had made a birthday present and had put like all of Devin's places, favorite places to go as gift cards. So basically Virginia made Devin like a birthday present of like all his favorite gift cards with like a bunch of money in it. And like I think Virginia asked Devin to like, you know, get him something, and then Devin was like, you know, you get that, you could do it yourself. And then I think, I don't know, Devin came and got it, and he was like, you could got that yourself. I don't know, it was just kind of just a lot of back and forth going on between these two. And it just seems like even after the show, they tried dating and the connection was just not there. But I think Virginia was more in the relationship than Devin. I think Devin was in the relationship for the money, and he just wanted a woman with a bag. He wanted a sugar mama, basically. And to me, it's just very, it's very crazy to me. I honestly do not think that Devin was on the show for the right reasons. And even just after the show, like, it was just toxic. I think Devin just wants nothing to do with Virginia. I mean, honestly, this guy is insane. This guy's a lot. I mean, I honestly just, that like these two were just very much, and honestly people are saying how like Virginia led Devin on up until the altar. I honestly disagree. I think Virginia was standing on business. I think Virginia saw red flags in Devin from day one, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna just choose myself today. Yes, I made it all the way up to the altar, but I'm gonna choose myself. And it's okay, because there has been plenty of women who have said no at the altar. And I think that Virginia saved herself, because if she did marry that man, it would have been right to a divorce. If she married that man, it would have been to a divorce. I'm just saying that. I also screenshotted this. So basically, you had Virginia's friend, and I think Virginia reposted it. And Virginia posted a story of her friend saying, you know, them fake tears at the altar really pissed me off. I had to rewind 10 times and still didn't find a single drop. I will not be letting up for the next 3 to 5 business days. You tried the wrong one. And she tags Devin. Now, when it comes to something like this, I've never seen a friend on a season of Love is Blind bashing someone's ex who was on Love is Blind. I honestly just think that like this was kind of like, this made the season kind of dramatic. Just her friend dragging Devin just really showed the type of person that Devin really was. And Devin did not really care for Virginia, because when she said no at the altar, Devin had no tears. Where are the tears, Devin? Devin had no tears. Devin had no empathy. Devin didn't try to get Virginia back, you know. And it's the same thing with Sarah and Ben. But when Virginia said no to Devin at the altar, Devin did not try to get Virginia back afterwards. Devin barely called Virginia. Devin was there for the money. I mean, Devin was just very passive aggressive. Devin was just very dismissive. I think Devin just lacks a lot of empathy. I don't think Devin is even really ready for marriage. I don't think Devin is a marriage person. And a lot of y'all are giving him grace because of his age. I don't think it's even, I'm not going to give him grace because of his age. If he's, just because you're 28, it doesn't mean that you cannot take accountability for what you did, for how immature you are in life. I think Devin should have been more than ready for marriage if he's applying for a show like Love is Blind. I don't care. Call a spade for spade, but y'all cannot keep on giving Devin grace because he is young. This woman, she literally, I think she walked around eggshells around this man. This just goes to show how, like, this man is not really he doesn't love bomb. I think Devin needs therapy. Devin needs some mental help. Devin is not put together. Devin is not the type of guy that he says he is. He's a basketball coach, and she's trying to be a millionaire. They were on 2 different standards. And I think when it came to Virginia, she was much more mature with money. When it came to Devin, he was not mature with money at all. I mean, I feel like that Devin was going to tear this woman down financially. Devin is a scam, y'all. And I said it when the season started. Devin is a whole scam. Devin is a complete liar. He's just a complete scam. I mean, this is a mess. This isn't like, just her friend. Basically, her friend is just batting for her and going against Devin. I mean, this is just wild for me. I don't know. And then it says #FreeV and then justice for Virginia. I mean, when it comes to this, like, just these two, I honestly just don't have anything much to say about them anymore. I mean, they were just a wild ride, but honestly, it was just mostly Devin. Devin was very much walking around in eggshells around Virginia. And honestly, Virginia's voice changed also at the reunion. Virginia was more confident at the reunion. Virginia was more like herself at the reunion. I don't think any of them liked each other. I think Virginia also was kind of like walking around in eggshells around Devin too. I don't think Virginia liked Devin either. I don't think Virginia would probably even try for Devin either. I think that both of them just didn't like each other, and that was just that. I think once they both found once they both found out like they were on different terms when it came to finances and politics, they were just both kind of out of it, and they both try to make it work, but both of them they didn't do their part. Both of them did not try on both of their parts. None of them tried on their parts to kind of like make up, to do something, to start dating again. I think the both of them are not ready for marriage. I think Virginia also has a lot more work to do. I think Virginia needs to stay single for some years before she could go back and dating. I don't know, but this is just kind of wild to me. But yeah, Devin and Virginia, I don't think they were ready for Love is Blind. I think that both of them are just wasting each other's time. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just really a lot. So yeah, anyways, bye-bye.